Wednesdays on WMAY, we bring you the Council Roundup, a review of Springfield City Council happenings. Even if you don't live in Springfield, likely if you live around the area, you travel to Springfield for food, clothes, goods, entertainment, and so on. So your tax dollars definitely go to use in Springfield. But the people who dictate as to where those tax dollars are going, Springfield City Council. And that's why we bring you the Council Roundup each and every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, a review of the Springfield City Council Committee of the Holes and also the Springfield City Council. One of those alder people with us right now, Alderman Shawn Gregory from Ward 2. Always appreciate him taking time with us, even if it is this early in the morning. But Alderman, the sun is shining, and it's absolutely gorgeous out there. Early bird definitely gets the worm, right?
Yes, sir. I always have and always will.
Good to hear. All right, so let's get into it. With the new city council, of course, you're in a new term. I do want to go back several weeks to where you and Alderman Roy Williams Jr. had some ordinances that were up for consideration that were tabled, and you shared some comments afterwards about how, if your guys' concerns aren't going to be heeded by the full city council, then why even be part of the city? Can you elaborate on that and tell us what your line of thinking is there?
Well, I really just want to always press upon, that even when we have an opportunity to suppress a voice or not hear things that we don't want to talk about, that we shouldn't do that. And especially with new council members and things, and me being a second-term alderman and some of my other colleagues second and third-term alderman, I just don't want our new council members to be involved in something that was lingering on from the election between us older council people, and there were more Alderman Williams ordinances, and for me I just felt like at that point in time that we were suppressing some issues that he wanted to talk about, and that bothers me, especially from the community that I come from, that historically voice has been suppressed. So I make those comments, and we've had some good conversation with my other council members, and I continue to work for the best interests of the people of Ward 2.
We're talking with Shawn Gregory, Alderman Ward 2, here with Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY. Some other big story out right now is the Wyndham City Centre, and of course, people see this large silo-looking building. It's among the tallest structures in Springfield. I don't think it's taller than the state capitol, but it's right there next to it. As far as the skyline's concerned, a landmark for sure. People coming down the highway, north or south, see it, and they know that they're approaching Springfield. But it seems that there's still some back and forth as to, is the city going to provide some kind of incentive or tax increment to help revitalize the Wyndham City Centre? Is it going to be, living quarters for certain types of apartments, or is it going to be primarily hotel rooms to help bring on some of the capacity needed for conventions in Springfield? But apparently the new city mayor, Misty Buscher, says that the city just does not have the funds to give the 18 some odd million dollars that the previous mayor had proposed, and can only do about $11 million in some kind of assistance for the Wyndham City Centre. Is it the city's place to do this type of thing, period, let alone $11 million?
I think our job would, at any time, when we have a large development like this that needs some assistance, is to look to see how we can incentivize these types of things to make our downtown grow. I know where the numbers were at one point in time, and now our mayor still has some numbers for him, so whether or not, how that's going, I'm not sure. I haven't talked to either one of those entities. So I would look forward to something like that coming forth to council and, having a fruitful discussion.
How important is it, though, for you, even though your ward might not be directly impacted by this, how important is it that, the city center has either, hotels or apartments? Which do you think should be the priority here, especially for that downtown area?
Well, for me, and I think a lot of people a lot of times forget that I do represent a portion of downtown as well, to the southeast. That is important to me, just as well as across the tracks, where a majority of our people live. So seeing the Wyndham City Centre thrive and be all that it can be is very, very important to my ward and the city as well. As far as what it should be, of course, we want to see hotel and convention rooms. We've seen some trends where there's a little bit of mix in there. I questioned that from the very get-go of how that works, and with people living there versus hotel people, and so I think that there is some room for that. Of course, there's always some room for housing and apartments in any downtown setting. So hopefully, with the new offer of $11 million, the developer can put together something that will still move our community forward. Other than that, we'll have to see where it goes from that if he does it.
Alderman Shawn Gregory with us. Of course, a new term for the Springfield City Council. How do you see things operating now with the Misty Buscher as the mayor, and what you saw happen at that first week of the new city council? Do you feel like you're going to be part of these conversations moving forward, and what would you like to see as the main goal, at least in the short-term future here?
I couldn't guarantee that I'll be a part of every conversation. Me and, of course, Mayor Langfelder's, former Mayor Langfelder's relationship had grew into something where I was able to give some good ideas and things. And, hopefully this administration will see that, within me as well. My job is, for our community, is continue to fight for the things that we've always fought for. I made that comment, a couple weeks ago about a consent decree and things, but, for the past 35 years, through mayors after mayors, the needs of Ward 2 haven't changed. We need affordable housing. We've got huge flight up problems. We got huge abandoned housing problems, and a poverty rate that's the lowest in the city. Those things must be priority. I preached that when former Mayor Langfelder was in office, and I'll continue to preach that with Mayor Buscher, and work together to try to get things done in our community that are really fruitful and really going to drive the community forward and growth in our community and visible change. That's what I was I always holler about. I want to see visible change. I want to see things really, really grow in our community. And we've done some good work. I won't never discount the things that we've been able to complete. We just want to keep those things going and keep the momentum going for Ward 2. But as we grow others and grow other people, the whole city thrives. It's a win-win.
Springfield Alderman Shawn Gregory, greatly appreciate you taking the time with us this morning, this bright and early, and we'll definitely be talking again in the near future, all right?
I always appreciate you for allowing me to come on.
Absolutely. It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk, and it's now 6:50.